Cap'n Crunch's Christmas Crunch. I just got a sponsored ad for some crap and crap. Crap and Crunch.
Crap
Son
and
of
crunch.
a bitch. Ho ho holy moly. This is some good cereal. Celebrate the holiday season with limited edition Christmas Crunch.
So I've noticed a lot of like social media people just memeing it up, especially like the Wendy's one. And where's the other big one? It's Wendy's, and I want to say like Burger King. Like they always just meme it up on Twitter and stuff.
It's the new fucking ad, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And I mean, sometimes they're ripping each other, right?
Yeah. I like that when they're just like ripping each other up. But I'm like, it's like friendly banter, and it's just okay, cool. I can't think of one on top of my head right now though, but Wendy's is one of the good ones.
Can't remember what it says or what it was.
No.
I know that fucking the guy whoever runs the Whataburger Twitter is a fucking troll. Like
well,
because like last year, I think it was a football. I think it was Longhorns versus Texas Tech, and they were playing in Austin, or maybe it was Oklahoma. I don't know, but they were like, "Hey, we had whooped on them," and they're like, "Hey, Oklahoma fans, make sure you stop at Whataburger to find out what everybody's talking about." Like, just like troll on your way out of Texas. Make sure you hit us up. Like just stupid shit.
Yeah,
so good.
That's good. Like it's a great reaction from people, to.
But it's so weird because you need to know your limitations when it comes to posting stuff online.
I mean, look at
it could cost you your job and company in billions of dollars or millions of dollars.
But I wonder what actual actions he can. You know what I mean? What his legal thing is like? All right, man. Just no profanity, no sexual anything.
I'm sure it goes through several layers of editing, like their lawyer. I don't know. It's a fucking Twitter account, but
yeah,
you would think that they would have checks and balances.
Of course, I'm sure they do, but I think it's like that's poking fun at competitors. It's like the Samsung fucking commercials. Like them talking about iPhones and shit. Just you need a dongle, a double dongle, like just you know what I mean. Like it's fucking funny little random shit. Like all the extra shit.
I maybe Apple was the original troller because they would troll Microsoft. They were like, "Oh, look, he's a Microsoft nerd and he does Excel sheets, and I'm Apple and I'm Justin Long and I'm cool." And
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
the Apple versus Mac.
Yeah,
not the Apple versus Mac. The PC versus Mac or whatever.
Yeah.
The whole
Apple versus Windows thing. Yeah, I remember that. On one side, it's this guy. On the other side, and it was Justin Long for a while.
What happened to Justin Long, dude?
I don't know.
He just
is so rich. He doesn't need to come back.
Right. All that dodgeball money.
He took a wrench for a good amount of money. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I think wasn't he in that movie The Walrus or something?
Never saw it with Kevin Smith, right?
I think so. Yeah, he gets kidnapped.
Red Tusk or something Tusk.
He gets kidnapped and he gets like biologically transformed into a walrus.
What the fuck?
I think by Kevin Smith or he wrote the story. I don't know. See, that's all.
Actually, I think my girl was mentioning that. Talk to me about that not too long ago.
I mean, your girl's like a animal lover, right? She's probably thinking about doing it.
Making me into a fucking walrus.
I mean, I heard walrus has the biggest penis of the male world.
I mean, they do have
the mammal
bones
world
in there. What's the name of the bone? They have a bone in their penis.
The dick bone?
It's something else. But yeah, it's an actual bone.
Shit, they actually bone.
Literally.
Physically.
Yeah, dude, if it's that fucking big, you have to have some support system to it.
Can't just be flabby ass fat, right?
Walrus dicks.
Walrus dicks.
Ouch, that means that it's like since it's under them, they're fucking like dragging that shit like.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's erect at every time.
It's a fucking bone.
Do they fucking,
yeah, but how long is it? The full size of the entire?
It's like a 3-foot bone.
I would think it's some fat. It's like our nose. You know how there's There's just cartilage right here.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of something like that. I'd feel like it's like that.
All right.
Cartilage
I'm gonna have to
right?
do it. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Cartilage fossilizes?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh shit.
Because that's how they find. Well, no, because like, not dinosaurs. Sharks have actual teeth. That
Oh, you mean
bone.
dinosaurs? Because sharks are prehistoric as fuck.
True, technically.
Technically.
But like their bodies are cartilage mostly. So,
Right?
but
You're
because
right.
they don't have bones. But I don't think they've ever found like a skeleton of a shark. I think they've only found like their teeth and like their mouth because their mouth is made of something else.
You're right. And
So
then I mean,
maybe
if when what does die? I mean, the ocean has so much to do with like it's the decomposition of their bones. Probably that's why they won't find that shit. Because you're right. The skeleton of a shark is pretty skinny, isn't it? And they just have a bunch of blubber, all that extra fat and shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're just muscle, like muscle and cartilage. That's
Sharks
crazy.
are fucking crazy, dude.
I fucking hate sharks.
Is it sharks that they have to constantly be moving, or else they'll fucking like die?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Shark Facts with the Laugh and Death podcast.
And isn't it like their whole skin made of teeth or something, like discarded teeth, like the calcium? Because sharks don't lose teeth, like they regrow them.
Yeah, they have like a layer. And it's
Layers,
just like,
right?
It's just
Yeah.
God.
Well, it's like maybe it's not made of teeth, but the same material of teeth. So yeah, like I don't know.
Where teeth are bone, isn't it?
yeah.
Why does the universe work so fucking crazy? It's like we have to eat, but like to chew this meat, like a shark or whatever, the teeth grow sharp and shit. You know, fuck.
You know what?
My mind is being blown.
You know what I saw the other day that was kind of like I was telling you guys I was watching like Planet Earth like a long time ago, and it was a scene or like a setting where a giraffe was just minding its own fucking business, just eating grass.
Just being a giraffe.
Yeah, being a giraffe, and then there's lions that surrounded it, and there's like lions who don't usually go after giraffes unless they they absolutely have to because they're hungry or whatever, and fucking giraffe is just running like crazy. Like it looks so weird.
Yeah.
Like the way they move, like fucking necks all over the place. Just like it's like how does that thing exist?
Yeah.
Like why is that thing like?
What are you drawing, bro? Like, why is God like so high as fuck or something? Like, just drawing a fucking giraffe. Like,
Why? Yeah. Like
That's why I think unicorns existed at one point.
oh
Not unicorns with wings and shit. But
it's like when he made the giraffe, he's probably like, dude, I made these trees way too fucking big. There's gonna be way too much oxygen to balance the carbon dioxide. I need to make something fucking huge to eat these fucking trees. So he's like, you know what?
and he's like, hey,
Kept
check this
drawing
shit
the
out.
neck,
Check this
like,
shit
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Just-
Or even then, like was it that dinosaur, the Brontosaurus, the one with the huge necks?
Yeah.
Like those shits existed at one point, maybe. My sister doesn't believe dinosaurs existed.
Oh, great. She vote for Trump too?
No, she's fucking 17, dude. And I was like, are you fucking dumb or what? She's like, there's no evidence of it. It's like, there's no fucking evidence. What the fuck is all these fossils for?
Granted, I've never seen an actual dinosaur fossil in front of me. Like in front of me. Like right here, you know what I mean?
I mean,
You
is
need
that
to get cultured. You need to go to a museum and
see-
check it out.
Oh wait, well maybe.
Did you see that Steph Curry doesn't believe that we went to the moon?
Yeah. But did you see a recent tweet that said that he was just joking?
I mean, I if he was joking, I can't believe him because he was on an NBA podcast with other NBA players, and apparently, like NBA players have a higher tendency to believe conspiracy theories, like the flat Earth, and not.
That's because they're so fucking tall. Because they can see it.
They
They
can-
can see the curvature, and or if it's not there.
I mean, they're your height, basically.
It's
I
true.
mean, my height. Kobe was 6'4", right?
Yeah, I think
He was.
so.
That was like kind of average is like 6'7", 6'8" over there in the NBA world.
NBA world. Is that where Space Jam is from?
NBA world.
NBA world.
Yeah,
Space Jam.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I mean, what do you believe? Do you think the Earth is round? I do.
Yeah. I mean, if the shape changes again, I'm fucking done.
It's a cube world.
It's a goddamn fucking trapezoid up in this bitch.
Fuck.
I don't know, man. Shit, I've never been in space.
But like, there's so many people out there like fucking Eddie Bravo who's like, well, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. Did you see the video of what started the California fires? There's a laser beam coming from space that started the fire. Like, he was like, where'd you get your news from? He's like, YouTube. He's like, come on, man. And he's like, he has no real sources, like, at all. He's like, oh, I read this on YouTube. He's like, you think they want to release their identity because they're going to get found and killed by the government? Like, he's so fucking stupid. That guy pisses me off.
I listened to this podcast, and it's like a paranormal investigation podcast. Like they interview people that have met Bigfoot or whatever the fuck, and it's just like it's like to pass the time. Yeah. And there's this guy, I forgot his name, but he supposedly he was like a high level like person in Area 51. Like he's the one that broke Area 51 to like the media and stuff. And they're like, yeah, we have sources that we've interviewed that worked at Area 51, and they all haven't met him, but like they know like things that details he described like are real and all the other shit. It's like so like they just run with that, like, oh shit, like he said something and they kind of said it was real, so they're like, yeah, he must be true. Now he's just saying a bunch of crazy ass shit, and that's what happens. Like, you just have to have the little sliver of truth in your statement, and everything else is real.
I think it was 1995 or 1996. Like, one time my uncle he worked for Time Warner, and so he like would do like all the installations and stuff like that. We had a cable box that had the internet on it. Like, it had a keyboard and a mouse, and it was so weird because it was connected to his TV, like a tube TV. And so we got on there, and I like knew a little bit about computers, so I was like, check this out, because like before it was like code word AOL or whatever, like code word like savings, and you would go to all these websites that show you savings and shit like that through AOL or whatever. And so I was on the internet, and I was like http://www.area51.com. And it was this horrible like GeoCities like webpage, and I thought like I hacked the internet. I was like, oh shit, I'm in their mainframe. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, and like my cousins and I were there, and I was like scrolling down, and like you would click on a link. It was like do not enter, and I would click on it, and it had like a picture of like an alien behind bars, and it had like glitter like graphics on it. It was just like yellow and black like lines on it. It was like warning, you've like. It was so fucking weird. And I was like, Mom, oh, it's
call the FBI.
And so like they came in to check on us, and like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, nothing. So we went, and we ended up looking up Barneys.com. Barneys.com was not like Barney, the purple dinosaur. It was like a naughty teacher website. And so we're sitting there, and we're like 10 or 11 years old. And we're like, oh shit. We're just like half naked women on there. I'm sure they could look at the browser history back then, and it was just fucking crazy.
Yeah. There's another story where I guess like when satellite first came out, like satellite TV, you can pick up like broadcasts from news stations while they were off air. So a lot of people like back then, they could, if they wanted to, they can tune into like a certain channel, and it will tune into like during commercial break, like for like cable or like antenna stuff. They would go to commercial break, but the satellite feed was still going on. So like you just look at the reporter like getting ready, like you know, if they had like a remote satellite connection, they'd just be like watching them get ready and like listen to like the things in their ears and like all the shit. And like I think one time somebody said that they saw some guy like do a line of coke while he was waiting for the camera to go back. It was like a local news station or something. Like the kind of technology, like it's just like. Yeah, back then it was the Wild West. Like, I mean, right now also, like, there's some shit you can do now that is just like, I never thought that was possible.
It's just a little more advanced, so they know where they can cut through that stream of. That's fucking crazy. Just seeing a dude fucking get ready. Oh fuck! Like, why? Yeah. And everybody be okay. Whoever's filming him, you know what I mean?
I think this was like in the early 90s or something. So
there's also been clips where they're filming them, and then like the camera drops for a second. They're like, "Oh, we're live," and we go back, and the guy's just wearing shorts and like a blazer and a dress shirt with a tie.
And it's just like
just
to present them for the presentation.
Yeah,
fuck.
Media, dude, fucking sucks. It's crazy. Well, if you didn't know, guys, this is the Laugh and Death podcast. I am one of your hosts, David, alongside Alex and Fernie.
Hello.
If you want to keep up with us, you can find us over at youtube.com/laughanddeath and at our Instagram at Laugh and Death Podcast. Do us a favor if you're on YouTube and you're checking us out right now. Make sure you hit that little bell. It'll notify you as soon as you get as soon as we post any new content.
Yes, sir.
And also, if you're listening to us on iTunes, please leave us a review. You are now listening to the 398th ranking podcast in Ecuador. Fuck
Ecuadorians,
yeah.
what's up, my Ecuadorians?
Yeah.
Hey, hook it up with some of that mota, way.
What?
Hey, do you speak English?
They speak. I don't know. I don't.
Ecuadorian.
Ecuadorian.
It's Spanish, bro.
Yeah, Spanish.
Where is Ecuador?
Yeah.
Southern, South
America.
South America.
Yeah.
I see. So I have a bone to pick with you all. Well, not so much a bone, but I have a debate I want to settle.
Yes, we will take the army of baby mechanics.
No. Oh God.
Still,
No, that's,
We're
it
still gonna take
hasn't
the army
changed.
of baby mechanics.
no, I want to have a more constructive debate because everybody knows that I was right. But I want to know. Okay, so all my life, tamales was a winter thing. Like you didn't eat menudo unless it was on a Sunday, and you didn't eat tamales unless.
Okay, explain what tamales are for whoever the fuck doesn't know what tamales
the
are.
Ecuadorians know. They know.
Tamales are just. I don't know. Just Google that shit.
It's like a wrapped pork. It's either pork or
All kinds of
chicken,
meats,
beans.
chicken, beans.
It's
cheese.
basically a corn.
Corn husk wrapped around like
Masa.
maíz, manteca, like
Corn, yeah, I don't know.
just
dude.
the worst shit for
why'd
you.
you do this?
It's like you fucking don't care about your cholesterol. Tamales are for you.
Dude, we Googled it, and according to the calorie finder thing that I was using when I was on the diet, whatever, fucking tamal was like 1,400 calories, just one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, crazy.
Dude,
Well,
I
anyways,
fucking throw down 5 at a time.
I'm talking like, 7 or 8.
Yes.
So just to go back, like I was raised a certain way, and like ever since I was a little kid, we would eat our tamales with ketchup. But it was more ketchup than it was tamal. And so
Blasphemy.
I want to know if, because like when I put my poll out on Twitter, it was literally 50-50. They were like, oh, I thought it was just a Valley thing, or oh, I thought it was this. And some psychopaths put like, oh, yeah, no, in my family, we use mayo. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I've never heard of that. And everybody, it was either salsa or ketchup. And so I want to know what camp you all are sitting in. Because, like, I've had tamales since in the last year and a half where I actually tried the salsa. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, but it's no ketchup. And it's we eat, like, an unhealthy amount of ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we'll buy the big old Heinz, set, like, I don't know, like,
I may as well be
25
sponsored
ounce.
by fucking Heinz or some shit.
For
like,
real. Yeah. And we would pour, like, half of the plate, and then we would put the tamal in there and, like, drizzle it on there and eat them that way.
Okay,
So,
so what I'm gathering from this thing is that both of you were raised wrong. Because salsa is the only way to go. Don't come at me with this fucking ketchup shit. That's blasphemy.
Let me say this first. This is my thing.
Okay, go ahead.
First off, besides the tamale thing, I am a fan of condiments, bro.
I mean, so am I.
accoutrements.
So,
I mean,
so am I.
everything.
That's the thing, though.
So when you brought up mayo, I was like, oh, I'm not fucking weird. Well, not that you do it, but I was like, motherfucker, I'll fucking mix ketchup and mayo together and fucking put my tamale in it.
happy sauce.
Even some ranch up in that bitch. I put ranch on everything. I put ranch on fat-free ranch.
Some people were saying that they put ranch on their tamales too, and I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm not saying that it's wrong or it's right. I just never heard of the salsa part of this whole.
Yeah,
tamale
I mean, I've
debate.
done the salsa thing.
I know
If,
that
if I ain't got no ketchup, I'm not just eating a tamale by itself.
my parents for
No,
breakfast
I am
would
actually.
make
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
tamales with a side of eggs.
wait. How about lime and salt?
I'm
Yeah, dude, fuck
I'm not
yeah.
mad at it. I just want to know, like,
I've done that.
was I? Because you say I was raised wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, no, that's disgusting. Why would you put ketchup on your tamales?
Yeah. I mean, I love ketchup. Don't get me wrong. Some fries, fuck yeah. But tamal, like,
Yeah,
it's just like the way.
it's
I don't
fucking good to
know.
me. I don't know.
So, yeah, I don't know how they taste without. Well, now I do. But, like, I was pretty much raised with 100% just ketchup, and I didn't know that you put any other accoutrements on them. Because, like, it was... With menudo, we had all the accoutrements. We had the onion and the cilantro and the corn
Yeah.
tortillas, and it was a meal, right? And you put it all in there like at your own leisure. But like tamales was always just a ketchup thing to me. And then when I put it on there and I got all this feedback, the poll said differently. Everybody said it was salsa, and I'm like, well, ketchup is a mild salsa.
No.
Okay, so it doesn't have like any chiles or anything like that, but it is a tomato based thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another
Just
question.
a lot less sugar.
Could ketchup be a salsa?
Like a sauce.
It is a sauce.
It's just it's like the whole like is a hot dog a sandwich debate.
It is.
It is.
It's because see, it is a sauce, but it's like the consistency of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know about.
I think sauce is like it's not ketchup. I don't know. Like
I mean, like a barbecue sauce has the same consistency as ketchup, isn't it?
yeah,
It
but
has-
it's sauce.
50%
But
ketchup.
It's a sauce.
It's 50% ketchup. It's majority.
Yeah,
ketchup.
but it's not all ketchup though.
majority.
So there's
Like if
So
you
okay,
do-
fine. So then it's a sauce base.
It's a sauce base, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
So let's send. We should put a fucking barbecue sauce in 23andMe and see what we get out of it.
ketchup. Oh, you were sent from ketchup and
50% ketchup, 5% whatever the fuck.
Worcestershire sauce.
2%.
10% barbecue.
Hold on. What's this fucking 2% Genghis Khan? What the fuck?
5%
Because everybody's from
Yeah.
and a 5% sauce. Yeah. So, yeah. So, how were you raised, Fernie?
Just regular old like lime and salt, and then when graduated to salsa on it, and then usually my mom gets like a little salad on the side, so ranch on the salad, and then sometimes you just mix them up.
You see, that's what my barber told me. She's like, "Oh, but they also freaked out when I said I only eat tamales for breakfast. I've never had them for lunch or dinner until recently. Until recently,
shit.
I'm choking on my own water. So I've only had them for breakfast. So now that I think like for lunch and dinner, like that's
Oh
disgusting.
no, dude, no. When my grandma makes tamales, it's like a fucking 1,000 tamales. So you have
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next fucking week.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay.
And see, also what I was gonna say, I know normally it's corn husk that's wrapped around the tamal or whatever. My grandma out in the fucking
Does she do the veracruzano, which is the
green leaf.
with banana leaf?
Yeah, the banana
Oh,
leaf.
those
She
are
does
so
those, bro,
good.
and that's like one of the best fucking tamales. Like as a kid, I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? Like it was slimy. It was gross. Fuck.
Yeah, because it's bigger than the regular tamal, and it's
it's like shorter. It's like a chode. It's like short and fat.
Well,
It's fucking good though.
Delia's Tamales used to sell a tamal burrito, and it was a big fat tamale, and they would serve it with the salsa and a little salad or whatever. They used to sell it. Now they just sell the little ones.
So Delia's is like the quintessential like Valley Tamal place to go. Like everybody's like you have to go there for tamales. Tried them once, didn't like them.
You need to try them again.
Tried them again, didn't like them.
They're incredible.
Never
I
been.
love them.
I'm hungry as
I
fuck.
mean, it has to be like with the whole like, well, my grandma makes them better, and she does. But like, I guess if like the like regular like if you just want to catch a quick bite of tamales, and like don't have to go through the process of making them, then yeah, it's alright. But I think they're super overrated.
So I want to get your input too. So how were you raised on tamales?
I mean, dude, my mom, she's traditional, like cook at home and like whatever's at home is what we're gonna eat, But and then with my dad in the mix, my dad's been coming over here to America since he was 14 and shit. He was always buying stuff from here, Luby's, fucking like just food you buy, not that you make. So like I had a mixture of both, but like ketchup on everything, bro. You're gonna hate this, ketchup on eggs. Like ketchup on eggs because
Yeah.
you hate eggs.
My family does that.
But like
I don't know why
ketchup
anybody
for
would
me,
eat
like,
something that smells like fart, but
ketchup on tamales, dude. Yeah, that was my thing. Like, cause then also like I can't really do spicy.
What kind of eggs
stuff.
are you eating?
eggs smell like fart, dude.
They do not smell.
They
like
smell
fart.
like fart.
Just scrambled eggs,
Scrambled eggs smell like fart. Boiled eggs smell like
dude.
fart.
Over
I gotta-
easy,
I gotta smell
like
your
over
fart,
medium. Fuck.
You can smell my farts all you want, dude. So you were raised by your family making your own tamales and stuff like that, and you would have them for breakfast, or was it a breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing? With
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like
that's crazy.
Just
like,
anytime. Like if it was made, like it was like, all right, this is what you're gonna fucking eat.
Because like every Christmas Eve, my family, on my mother's side, they get together and they make it's all the tias, which is like 6 of them, and
just the assembly line of.
there's an assembly line, and it's all the granddaughters, and they're all like. And one's making beans, one's making the chicken. I think that's all we make because we don't do the pork anymore. And they make hundreds and hundreds, and it's just until midnight, all day. They're just making tamales. And my grandfather, God rest his soul, he would get them as they would come out down the assembly line. He would like put them in the
because you have to arrange them a certain way to maximize space, and
he perfected.
It's an event. It's not just like, oh, we're cooking.
Oh yeah. And I like I don't know if you guys have the cheese with the jalapeno in it.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Those are fucking great too.
What opened my eyes and what I was like when you said that you didn't like the Delia's tamales.
Yeah,
I had never been introduced to the cream cheese and chicken. Those cream cheese and chicken tamales from Delia's are the fucking bomb.
I need to try this Delia's.
They're fucking amazing. There's one down the street if you want to get some before we go get Bev's.
Oh shit.
Incredible.
Okay, I saw something. Staying on topic of tamales, I saw something where, like I don't mind. I hate this whole like term of like cultural appropriation and stuff. Like when, like say like a white person were to make a tamale stand or whatever. Like it's mostly like a Mexican thing, and like I don't care. Like you could make them, sell them. I don't give a fuck. But I saw this thing where they made like a candy tamal. Where they got like
I saw it.
They got like frosting and stuff, and then like the base, like instead of the masa, it was like crushed Oreos and shit.
Okay.
And then like they put it inside like the corn husk, and they baked it, and it was just like a candy tamale.
I'm not mad at it. I'm down.
I mean,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it looks good, but I was just like, why fucking Americanize this shit like that way? Make it something like. You want to deep fry the fucking tamal? I'm down for that.
Oh shit!
But
you might be on the verge of something.
But like just bastardizing that much.
Because I've had my tamales steamed. I've had them microwaved. I've had them. My mom's fried them a little, so they're a little crispy. Those are really fucking good too. Yeah, without the husk.
My mom, like every time we heat those, they have to go in the comal on the stove top. They can't go in the microwave. Maybe in the microwave to like. Get them a little warm and then put them on the stovetop to get a little crisp. Ooh.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm not mad at that though, the candy tamal. Like, fuck it.
I mean, sure, but...
I didn't fucking invent the tamal, you know what I mean? What the fuck am I going to say?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I think it's people inspired more of like a food, and it's like, all right, fuck it. Let's see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Maybe I'm overreacting on it. But like, it just look gross.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can imagine putting it in the freezer and eating it like a fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I have a pretty traumatizing story about tamales.
Where's your uncle? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No uncle, but okay. Oh, shut up.
No uncle.
No uncle put a tamal in my butt. No. No, okay, so I was living with my parents. I was probably like 19, 20 at the time. And our neighbors, who was a registered sex offender, lived right next to us, and they always had fucking live animals, like chickens, like that little chicken coop, but their chickens were all over the neighborhood. They had goats. They had all kinds of shit. And so one winter, I was sitting outside, and I took my dog Anya to go pee and whatever, and the neighbor had the goat that they had for a while. It was a big fucker. And so I'm looking over, and in the front yard, they have a wooden table laid out. Strap in, guys. We're in for a treat. They get this table out, and they grab the goat, and this little lady. She's like 5 foot, maybe 4'11", and she's got this long trenza that went from the top of her head to like almost to her knees. And so she goes and she gets the goat, and she calls her son out, and the son like comes and he puts his legs around the goat, and she pulls out a fucking butcher knife and she slits the goat's throat. Right in front of me in the front yard, and this goat starts bucking. It starts bucking. This fucking goat, it gets free, and it takes off running down the street, gushing blood. And this lady is running after it with her fucking butcher knife in the air, going after it. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So I go inside. I'm like, Mom, the lady, like, she slit the goat's throat. She slit the goat's throat. She ran after it. And she's like, where'd it go? I'm like, it went down the street, like, into the field. And she was like, oh my God, they're probably going to cook it or whatever. I'm like, oh, fuck, like, this is like a reality. So my mom and I are looking like this through the kitchen window, and we see this lady pulling the fucking goat. It's dead. She's pulling it over to the front yard, and they start, like, hacking at it, like, on that wooden table. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking disgusting. Flash forward to a day or two later. I'm waking up around noon, as one does when they're 19 or 20 years old. And my mom's like, hey, we got some tamales for breakfast. You want some? I'm like, oh, sure. Yeah, let me get some of that. And as soon as I opened them, and she had heated them up for me with my gallon of ketchup. And I'm sitting there, and I look at them. I'm like, these aren't right, because they're not as red as ours, as like the Molina side of my family. And so I'm like, I go ahead and, like, I cut into it, and I bite, and I'm like, nope, that's not chicken. I don't understand. I've never had any, like, I know what chicken tastes like. And so I start eating it. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting it. And I'm like, Mom, like, what's up? And she's like, oh, I bought them from the neighbor. The neighbor sold us tamales. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what are they? Because they're not chicken. She's like, I thought they tasted kind of funny too. So I'm like, oh, so I eat another one, and I take a bite, and I start to pull away from the tamal, and there's the longest piece of gray hair ever.
Trenza hair?
It was a fucking hair like this long in my it was like in the tamal, like all wrapped up. And to this day, my mom still thinks that family next to us is a bunch of witches, because she also bought some tomatoes from them at one point. And my mom was like, oh, beautiful, like, cherry tomatoes. My mom got them, went to go rinse them out. When she set them on the kitchen table, a bunch of little baby black roaches came out. So she says that they were probably cursed or whatever, because they were, like, beautiful.
You were probably cursed. Did you swallow any of that fucking goat?
Yeah.
You cursed fuck.
No. I ate them. It was fucking disgusting. I only had, like, 1.5. But, like, that fucking hair was in that fucking tamal, and it was the most disgusting.
She's a part of you now, dude.
She's in me.
You could probably grow a trenza now.
Shut up. Yeah, and I mean, that's my story.
That is pretty fucked up.
That's what fucking happened to me. Disgusting.
I'm surprised you hate eggs more than you hate fucking tamales, because that.
I love tamales. I hate eggs because they smell like fart. Why would anybody want to eat that?
They don't smell like dead goat.
So, yeah, I've had cabrito, technically.
Fuck that. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I guess moving from the food subject, I wanted to talk about I don't know. I guess there's I wanted to go into, like, the gaming world a little bit.
Sure.
And my feeling of, I guess, because I do play it and I have been playing it, but I don't know if it's just biased or whatever, but, like, how much hate there is towards, like, battle royale mode and shit, or, like, how it grew into it. Like, it was fine when it was, like, at first, you know what I mean, coming out and shit, but how it grew into just, like, why I hate it. Like,
I figured it out, and I thought about it when you brought up the idea for the topic prior to the show. It's because you're getting older, and you started off with Fortnite. You were obsessed with Fortnite. You and Frankie and everybody in the world was pretty much obsessed with Fortnite. But then when these little kids, it was so, like, broad that little kids could play it, and now they can play it on their cell phones, and they can do play it on their computers, whatever. They're getting you old folk are getting whooped on by
I'm not the one hating.
And it's just like people aren't. They don't want to get. They're playing with little ones.
I'm saying I'm not the one hating. I fucking love it. I'm saying people who show hate towards it, and I think it's that. I said that. I was like, I think it's the fact that, I mean, when we were kids playing games and shit, like, our older siblings hated on us because we were fucking getting their games and shit. But now there's just an internet there's social media to show that, to document that perspective now. But it's like, why? Like,
I think the whole, like, just not sport ball. Fortnite specifically. but just the whole like genre of battle royale. Because I think it was the PUBG that started the whole like not started but like made it popular, and then Fortnite came, and then like every single game after that had to have some form of battle royale thing, and it gets boring after a while. Like it was fun when it first started, and now it's just getting boring. Like
I wouldn't say that.
well, not boring. I think they just oversaturated the market of battle royales.
I mean, because it was so fast, I think.
Yeah, because Fortnite came out with one, and Fortnite was a game before, so they just came out with this, and then Paladins came out with a battle royale mode. It's a free to play game as well, and then there's like a Chef Royale or something, and it's just like it was a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of every single game.
PUBG.
Yeah, that just started like coming out with battle royale because it was like, oh, people are liking this genre and they're making a lot of money with it, so why not give it a shot? You know,
I mean, I was also saying that like it's basically free for all on a broader scale, and I was like, people just hate because they fucking suck at it, probably.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, they're just because like when they added. I was skeptical at first when they said, "Oh, Blackout and Call of Duty Black Ops 4, a battle royale mode," and I was like, "Okay, whatever." But then I played it, and it's so fucking fast paced. Like the movements is what the physical movements of picking shit up and how fast shit can just change. You know, the odds can change. That I fucking like. That's my new thing. Like I actually deleted Fortnite for the update for Black Ops 4 because I fucking loved it so much. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. So I've just been playing Black Ops 4, but I was just saying that like that it's just free for all on a broader scale. Like free. You remember how pissed you would get when you would lose in free for all? You know what I mean? Like the odds of it. You know that these are just bigger fucking odds. Like who would never know the situation.
And when Fortnite first came out, like I was like, oh shit, I want to try this. But then the whole building aspect kind of like threw me off, and I was like, I don't want to pay $60 for PUBG because I don't like the mechanic of like I don't know if it's third person or just like the way.
I think it's both.
The way that the camera or like the way that the controls worked, I didn't like it, and I was just like, okay. Like if it was a Call of Duty like format, like the mechanics of it in a battle royale mode, I would buy it. And Call of Duty came out, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to buy it. But like that's if anything, I want to play something with Call of Duty and battle royale, just because I really like Call of Duty. Like that's a good shooter.
Yeah. That's what I was. Another thing I was gonna say, like, you get a good game. It's already been a good game. Call of Duty's been in it for years. You know what I mean? So you get a good game, and then you just add a different mode. Like, if anything, they just reintroduced the gun game on Black Ops 4, and I fucking started playing it, and like I forgot, like every you start off with a pistol and you rank up in guns.
Every kill you get a new gun.
Yeah, you get a new gun, and that shit was cool too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you just introduce a different mode to a game that's already successful. Like,
yeah,
you're just gonna have more fun. You know what I mean? That's all it is to me. I think it's just fun to me. You know, like I'm obsessed with it.
But you're good. That's the thing. Like you're good at playing stuff like that. Like I'm not fast twitch reaction the way you are, and that's why nothing about it interests me at all. Because there's 6 million people playing at a time or whatever, and I know I could be in a lobby with you or whatever, but like I'm on that 6 million rank. I'm going to be in the bottom 6 million or whatever. I'm not in the top 10% or whatever. So I don't even try. And so anything having to do with multiplayer, like nothing interests me at all.
I guess I just like the competitiveness because I've always liked team deathmatch, and I've always liked games like that. And if anything, just with the squad is what I think ultimately makes me love it. Because I've been playing this game called Dead by Daylight, which is also with the squad, and you just survive against the killer, and you try to do shit like to escape the killer, and it's pretty scary actually. Like I'll be screaming at night and shit. Like fuck, it'll scare me.
It's kind of like a game of hide and seek.
Yeah, exactly. And you try to solve or you try to make fix generators and shit to open up escape doors, and there's just a killer.
Is it like Friday the 13th?
Yeah, it's through that same engine. That's like a specific downloadable content you can get. But if you're with the friends, like even back in the day, Modern Warfare, like I would suck at it, but I would play with my friends in squads and shit, team deathmatch or whatever, and we fucking have a blast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just squads with the squad, like it's just fun to me. It's fucking awesome. It's a great connection to me. So I guess solo wise, I've played solo, like I still do a little bit, but that's like it's just me by myself. Like it's not that fun to me. You know what I mean? It gets old to me quick. That gets old to me. The same mode, but solo, like yeah.
I also don't have the time to invest in something like that. Because like you invested hundreds of hours in Fortnite and now you don't give a shit about it, and it's like now you're into this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think not to be like vulgar like that. Like I don't give a shit about it. It was just like at that moment, that's what was interesting me.
You're not gonna hurt Fortnite's feelings, dude.
I mean, I just suck at it now. That's why I don't play. That's why I deleted it. I was like, dude, I just suck. And then I don't know. I was just into Black Ops too much. But I mean, I don't know.
Because it's just about the shooting. It's just about the killing and stuff like that. Because Fortnite, it was like, oh, you built this. And I understand that mechanic is what makes it interesting. Because like your reflexes, all this shit.
It was fucking crazy.
It's going to make or break you winning the round or whatever. Or you winning the overall match. And so when it comes to Black Ops, like you're more Twitch based. Because I was watching your highlight on your Facebook, the one you shared. It was fucking great kills. I don't know if you saw it. I put Gaio on there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was all, that's crazy. But
it was fucking dope. But yeah, I mean, I realized, I think what took me off of Fortnite was the speed. Like, it felt so much, every time I'd go back to Fortnite with my friends, it was so slow. And I was just like, dude, I can't remember. Like, I'm used to the sensitivity of fucking Black Ops. I could do 360s in one jump. You know what I mean? Because it's so fast, the sensitivity. So, like, I don't know. I just went to that and I was like, dude, I'm not into it anymore. Like, I know I suck. There's people that are fucking really awesome. I can't compete with that. I guess until I suck at Black Ops again, then I'll fucking, you know what I mean?
It's just the flavor of
the
week, man.
Yeah, then you move into the next thing.
Yeah. Whatever takes my interest in the next moment, you know. I'm excited for the new Last of Us too.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking dope. I'm even excited for a Cyberpunk 2077. That shit looks crazy.
I think that's going to be a PS5, Xbox One, the next Xbox like launch title.
X Station,
whatever it is. I don't think it's going to come out on PS4.
Do y'all think there should be a one massive console, like for console players?
That's a different debate, but I don't.
You don't think so? Just have the online community. Just like they already did it with Fortnite and shit, and like it was just. Everyone played with everybody, and I got to play with my Xbox friends.
If anything,
awesome.
If anything, I foresee Microsoft buying Sony.
Well,
that would be like the craziest thing.
But isn't Sony doing like way better than Microsoft? Or like
right now, yeah.
Or the gaming division of Microsoft?
Oh yeah, leagues ahead. I don't think Microsoft's even sold over 60 million units, and PlayStation is close to 100,000 because they were selling like 2 to 1. Like 2 PlayStation 4s to 1 Xbox. Like when they first started. And I don't know. I think they may have announced that they had sold like 90 million units for PlayStation 4. Respectively. Like the Slim, the regular one, and the Pro.
I think, are y'all forever going to be console? Oh, well, you're PC. But.
Well, I mean, I only play like the one game on PC. And then I try other games and I like it better. My laptop right now is not the greatest for gaming. But I always go back to like if it's a shooter, I'd go back to a console.
You both of y'all are in the market right now to buy a new PC, right?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
But that's not for gaming.
Do you think that's gonna be a 2019 thing that you might invest?
Yeah, 2019 for sure. But it's not for gaming. I'm forever gonna be a console player. I love console. I love the feeling of the controller in my hand. It's always been since the jump, since I was a kid. I mean, Sega, here. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, all the fucking PlayStations.
Sad day, but I'm actually boxing up all my old consoles, and I'm just
keeping
me about out my Switch, my Xbox One, and my PS4. Like that's all I'm going to keep out, and maybe my classic consoles like the NES Mini, the SNES Mini, the PlayStation Mini. I'll just keep those out. And I'll get my nostalgia trips off that, but I put away my PS3, my PlayStation 2,
Your PS3 still lives? Like it still functions?
Oh yeah, dude.
Fuck, mine's burned.
Rick wants it, and I told him I'm not gonna sell it.
Mine's gone into death 3 times, and then we brought it back. Yellow light of death. We've got it 3 times because my brother fucking overheated it so many times. The original PS3, the fucking massive
fat one
with the Sony font, the Spider-Man font.
Yeah,
yeah.
I fucking love that system.
We had
Rick has my system. Oh no, I sold that one to. Somebody in Houston. But yeah, I'm putting everything away, and dude, I have way too many fucking games.
Dude, don't say that.
Now I feel like I think Red Dead is the last game I'm gonna buy physically because I beat it.
Oh yeah, man. I was about to ask you that.
I'm gonna retire, and it hurts me because like I get a fucking high buying physical copies of games. That is the last game I'm going to buy, and now everything, I'm going to have to go buy like a 4 terabyte hard drive. I'm going to just do everything download.
That's what I was gonna tell you. I was gonna ask you, like, are you just gonna stop physical and go digital? Because
I'm gonna have to go digital
Yeah.
because
I've been digital, like-
too many games. Like I'm talking like probably over 150.
dude, I have boxes filled of old PS2 and PS1 games still in their cases. Like,
If you don't want them, let me know.
no. I'm keeping that shit. I'm keeping that shit. I'm just saying, like, it's just space. It's just taking up space. But it's like I like going through it and looking at the back. Like, I remember reading games as a kid, the back of them, and like, oh, multiplayer, 1 to 4 players. Like, oh fuck, I need to get this shit for my brothers.
I
and
need
shit.
to get a new memory card for this.
Dude,
one.
oh
Yeah.
my god, it was the fucking best thing ever.
There are certain games that I'm gonna keep out that like really mean something to me, like EverQuest Online, Final Fantasy 11. Those are the MMOs that I would play. Like the box art to me is like super nostalgic
Yeah.
to me. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, the box art beautiful. Like those are works of art to me.
Yeah.
Like, and so I need to keep those out, but I'm putting everything away. I'm gonna go buy the freaking nature packs, the one that takes all the. It's like a kind of what they put in cigars to keep all the humidity out.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna put those in there and just
Sayonara.
systems.
The
They're gonna-
PS2, the PS2 box with the memory card slot.
Should you-
Oh my
dude,
god.
I have my PS2, the PS2
Oh,
fat
yeah,
with
yeah.
the controller and I have my memory cards and it's.
Were
it's
you
rough.
were you like that, like console, like or when you were, or like I don't know, what was your first system, if you can remember your first game system?
Fuck, I think it was a Super Nintendo. I don't know. My grandpa found one, or he got me one with a bunch of games. I think they were my cousins or something, and it had Mortal Kombat, and I think it was like a Terminator game, and Mario. And then went to 64, Super Mario 64, and it was just a bunch of games that. Like back then, I wasn't too interested in it. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just play them, and I didn't really care too much for it until the GameCube, when we played Smash Melee,
Fuck yeah.
and then went to Xbox and Halo 3. That was like the first multiplayer online game I played, and I was just like, addicted to it. Then I went to Modern Warfare 2. So I just played shooters, like online competitively. I wasn't never really good, but yeah, I just like that. And then now I just play like League of Legends on PC. But yeah,
How long have you been playing that? League of Legends. I know you're really into it.
almost like 8 years already.
What?
8 years.
8 years?
Yeah,
League of Legends?
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. It's a game like
Holy shit. What the fuck?
It's
Oh my god.
it changes like every year though, or like every 6 months. Like there's some update to it
Yeah.
that just like makes it interesting still. And then they have like a competitive scene, the eSports scene, where I don't know. It really does like there's times where I burn out on it, and I'm not good at it. I'm like on the bottom like 10%, I want to say. But just like watching the games, and like I'll get burned out on it and watch the game and be like, oh fuck, I want to play now, and so that always keeps me in.
That's fucking crazy. I had no idea, dude. I've honestly, God, like, I props to you for playing that shit. Like, I've never seen gameplay. I've never played it. I don't even know.
I think you mentioned last time, I told you how big it was. Like there's players with like $1 million contracts.
Shit.
And organizations that are worth like 20 million. Steph Curry is part owner in like a team. Drake is part owner in another one.
I saw that.
Mark Cuban owns a team.
He doesn't. That was Rick
doesn't?
Fox. Rick Fox.
Oh.
But it's just like and they were saying like it's like a big game. He's like, I've never heard of it. It's like, yeah, it's one of those games where it's so big and worldwide and stuff, but people have never heard of it. Like I tell people like, oh yeah, I play League of Legends. Like, oh, what's that?
I've never seen a gameplay of Poe. I've never.
Yeah, I mean they had their world championship this year, and I want to say like combined viewing, it was like over 60 million people like
Holy
online.
shit.
Yeah, at one time.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You see, like I know a lot about video games and like genres and history and stuff like that. But that's the one side of video game knowledge that I have no experience in is esports, and that's all Fernie's into. He's like the polar opposite of me, like when it comes to the video game thing. But yeah, I've watched it, and I'm trying to watch the 5-on-5, right?
Yeah, it's 5-on-5.
In Leagues of Legends, and all I just see is all these little sprites and like little like flashing things, and I see Freddy like fucking freaking out. It's just like I don't get it, dude. Like I wish I knew how to understand that, but it's so complicated. Not complicated, but there's so much like finesse and it's so intricate that to be good, just I don't know. Everything has plus and minuses, and it's just like you never know exactly what the best set.
Every single decision would, give you a consequence or a.
Yeah.
It's like a constant game of rock paper scissors, and you need to know who's going where. Crazy. The University of Missouri just launched a thing at their university that they're going to start doing esports training. Like they're going to have classes. Like I don't know if you remember back in California a few years ago, they were like, "Oh, you can actually take a class at the University of Southern California that is the history of The Simpsons." Like you could take a class on that, and it's a history class, and it has to do with like if you're going into like media and TV and all that other stuff. So, but they're doing that, and now they're doing an esports thing with the University of Mizzou. They're doing this whole like thing, and I'm like, that's fucking incredible. That's awesome. I wish they could do something like that for like podcasting or.
Yeah, I think they're doing like I know another university. I forget which one. I think it's like Robert Morris or something. They also have like an esports team because they also do like college League of Legends teams, and I think they were offering a class on how to be like not just League of Legends but like esports manager or coach or like just things to put you in that field.
Yeah, within the industry, I got you.
Yeah, because most of the team owners, like the original players, they're when they first started, they were like 17, 20, and the owner of my favorite team right now, he's like, I want to say at max he's 28, and he's like a multi-millionaire just off this game. And it's so crazy how, I mean, just being good at a game can get you so far. And I think last time I was talking about how like people were getting Fortnite coaches for their kids.
I saw a video of that recently too. Yeah,
they're just like, oh yeah, we want him to get good because if he gets good and gets on a team, he can pretty much pay our mortgage.
What?
It's kind of like, I mean, sorry. Now with it's kind of like the same thing as like parents like putting their kids through football their whole life and hoping they make it to the NFL or basketball camps every summer. But now it's just like a video game equivalent to it.
That's great. That's awesome.
There's so much opportunity in every aspect of whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you want to fucking talk about donuts and shit, make a YouTube channel off of it. You could fucking make money off of it. It's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I think I mentioned to you before, it's projected or it's like estimated that the person that has made the most money on YouTube like this year is a fucking kid. I think it's like Ryan's Toy Reviews or whatever. And Forbes made an article of like the top grossing YouTube stars, and he was on top of the list. And I haven't seen his, like, it's the kind of thing where like he gets so much money from this YouTube space that I have never heard of him. Like, because he just appeals to little kids that want to see what toys are about.
Shit.
So that's what's all his views are coming from. It's just like parents like, here you go, watch YouTube on your tablet, and they end up watching his videos. And
yeah, it's like another example for like me in the beat making world or whatever. Like I see producers who have fucking, they're like producers for big artists, but they also have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And they break down their stuff, but then like they'll have like 800,000 subscribers, right? And they fucking ask the fans like, all right guys, like we're gonna give away this $1,000 keyboard, you know, like exclusive, like it's only so many were made or whatever. All you have to do is enter a beat making contest. So they make their fans try to make a beat with something that like a sample they made, you know what I mean? Like a loop, like make it your own. We'll pick a winner, but you have to buy the pack. It's only $1. But if you have 800,000 subscribers, and on every video you get at least 30,000 comments, and at least a percentage of those 30,000, that's $10,000, $20,000 within a month, easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the people were actually buying into it, and like, oh, maybe they have a chance. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. Like there's so much opportunity for every aspect of anything. Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah, I think Ninja was making like the Fortnite streamer. I think he was projected to be making like $500,000 a year, not a year, $500,000 like a month.
Fuck.
Yeah, I heard that he was making if he doesn't stream for one day, he can lose up to $30,000 to $50,000 in just tips on Twitch.
Shit.
On just tips, and he's like on a Saturday he can make like $150,000.
And then imagine all the secondhand like channels that put this person's greatest clips, or this person's funniest clips, or like, oh, this person reacting to his old. Like, there's so much fucking levels of like income. It's fucking crazy. That's where I was earlier in the podcast. I said like when it's like a Wild West thing again. Like when does the regulation? Not that I want there to be regulation, but like what company's gonna be like, hey, this is fucking insane. What the fuck is happening? They're like, we need to fucking monetize this like Big Brother. Like, you know what I mean? I'm saying like they're gonna fucking do something. Like I don't know. Like when does that happen? Because I don't think it's happened.
I know you're getting heated because you're saying fucking like every other.
It's
other
insane.
word.
There's so much shit. Like I love it though. I love the content creator world.
Yeah.
Like,
did you hear about the guy? He sent a link to the IRS, or he emailed the IRS saying that, hey, some chick who wouldn't give him like free access to her Snapchat. He's like, she's making money off this Snapchat for her private access to. She's posting like nudies and stuff like that. He reported her to the IRS.
Don't ever say that again.
And she, what, nudies?
Yeah.
Why?
It just sounds so like.
She's posting naked photos.
creepy.
And she got reported. Now she's being audited. She's like, what the fuck? Like, this was like untaxed, uncharted territory when it came to her earning money or revenue and stuff like that. And now she has to pay to the IRS. Now they're on her ass. So it's like, that's fucking funny.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, imagine there's just that one guy who was like, hey, what the fuck? You know, but
I think I saw that story too. And there was a lot of like cam girls or like just girls that sell pictures or not Snapchat access to like make a quick buck, whatever. And a lot of them were saying like, yeah, we always. Like the more established ones are just like, yeah, we always save money for this type of situation because, like, not even just doing that, but streaming also, like, it's like a completely different like tax rules where like, is it a gift or is it a tip? Like, they get taxed differently, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just so convoluted and stuff.
I was also thinking, I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
Go ahead.
I was also thinking like, I got to take it back a second and say like, I mean, there are also sponsorships. You know, Fortnite, I'm sure, sponsoring Ninja. Red Bull is fucking sponsoring Ninja. You know what I mean? So the brand is the one dealing with the tax. I'm sure the sponsee or whatever sponsored person deals with the tax. But like, it all kind of works in a way. You know what I mean? But I also think like, is there still 8 billion people in the world or more than that? 13 billion?
7 billion.
Oh, 7 billion. Okay, 7 billion people in the world. I thought it had already grown at this point. Fucking valley over here. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's 7 billion people in the world, but like the highest viewed videos are in the millions still. There's still a large scope of people who aren't, you know, watching.
Hey, Gangnam Style made it to the trillion view mark.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I had no idea.
They said that I think one of Drake's videos was like almost there. Like in the 900 millions.
That is crazy.
Like way up there, yeah. I think it might be the one where he's in the gas station. It's just him and.
It's a God's plan.
No, it's the other one. He's like he's working at a gas station with like 2 comedians.
The started from the bottom now. Here.
There we go. That one. I think it's that one. That's gonna be. It's up there. It's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, it is crazy. That's what I'm saying. I wonder what 2019 is gonna bring as far as like the content creator, because I feel like there was a big boom in 2016, 2017. Like there was a boom of like.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, because I feel like I've been like not just internet wise, but like YouTube wise. Like I was there back in my day. There was vlogging. Like vlogging was a big thing, and then it came and then it went to like more gaming centric stuff, and then like it became skits again, and then podcast and like what we're doing now. So I wonder what kind of medium is gonna come up, like maybe recycle, like maybe vlogging's gonna come back like big. I mean, it's still big, like don't get me wrong, but there was a lot more vloggers.
I mean, YouTube is becoming the Google, like a Google fucking hybrid now. Like now there's visual representation of anything.
Doesn't Google own them?
Yeah, Google owns YouTube.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like YouTube, you fucking look up anything, you'll find something related somehow to what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember, like, I mean, I've always, it's kind of fucking freaky, but like how YouTube's the new TV for me or whatever. Cause like since I was a kid, I fucking discovering YouTube or whatever, like 2009 or something, 2008, when I was in middle school, and just watching like how to do this flip trick. I'm like, holy shit, I don't need to ask somebody that I don't fucking know that's gonna fuck me up and take my money. It's like in San Benito, it's like where the skate park was. It was like located around bars and just shitty people. You know what I mean? Like, so like I would look shit up on there, and then like it just evolved into like that's where I would listen to my music. That's where I would learn about whatever the fuck I need. I learned how to tie a fucking tie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to put on a tie through YouTube. I learned how to all kinds of shit to this day.
How
you know
to fix
what I mean?
my car.
To this day. To this day.
Dude, they need to bring back Vine.
Oh,
TikTok, baby.
Don't get me started.
TikTok, baby.
Oh man, I really had to delete Instagram because I was addicted to TikTok. I had a problem and I didn't want to admit it.
I remember, dude, before I did not know the existence of TikTok until this motherfucker was like, hey, dude, check this out. And I see a little thing on the corner. I'm like, what the fuck's TikTok? And it's like, dude, it's this new, like, it's like Vine, but like cringy as fuck. I'm like, what? And he was just showing me cringe videos. And I'm just like, dude, you get off on this shit. Like, it's a fucking high for you. It's fucking intense. I'm like, no. I'm like holding myself like, fuck, these people exist in our world, you know?
Yeah, it's not like Vine where like it was 6 seconds and took like I hated Vine because it was always the same joke recycled but in a different way.
By the top 10 trending people.
Yeah, and it'd always be like cheating on somebody or like hitting or like throwing something on somebody or like
don't drop that.
Yeah, or stalking somebody. It was always like the same type of videos. It's just like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
And there was always the same people like swirling around. Anyways, TikTok is different because it's anybody with the same recycled songs and they're just doing the same thing, but there's some people that take themselves so seriously. Like I don't know. Like there's somewhere like
I'm sorry.
There's somewhere like okay, like you know it's a joke, like they're fucking around. But there's other ones where like
you wish it was a joke.
You wish it was a joke, yeah.
For their sake.
Yeah. Like just the rave one that I showed you. It's some guy like dancing and like he's doing like the liquid
rave like
move and he's just like moving his
but to the Eminem song,
yeah,
ass like that, the way you move it, you make my baby go, don't know. And he's doing that to this song and he's like smiling like he's like this is cool as fuck.
Yeah,
like,
and the caption's like oh, proof that the liquid rave can be danced to anything. It's like I haven't done this in years,
so I'm a little rusty. That's what it says, and I'm just like,
so bad.
It is bad, and I'm just like, I don't know, fuck.
See, everybody's vying for everybody's attention. Like we're vying for people's attention to watch us on YouTube. And
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Attention's the new currency. It's like you have someone's interest, like you can keep them to watch your shit. You're fucking baking it.
Like we're killing it right now on iTunes. Like
in Ecuador, yeah, fuck yeah,
in Ecuador,
eating it up, bro.
And we're also like we're doing really well. We're doing a lot better on iTunes and Spotify than we are on YouTube. But
we should do this. We should fly to South Korea, get a USB and like a little like audio device that can play USB stuff, and then fly a balloon or drone over to North Korea, and then we'll become the #1 podcast in North Korea. Because we'll be the only podcast in North Korea.
Because we'll be the only podcast in North Korea. We need to visit our fans in Ecuador is what I'm saying. I thought you were going there with that. I was like, we need to fly, and I'm like, to Ecuador?
Two of them.
I need to check the demographic and see like where we're trending. Because like before we're like Japan, Italy, all that other stuff. And now I want to see where the majority of the listeners are coming from. Obviously, majority are coming from Texas because we're a Texas-based podcast. But Yeah, like we had more listeners from like Dallas and Austin than we did in the Rio Grande Valley, which is
Nice.
weird. And didn't know that would happen, but because I thought we'd get most of the support here. But I mean, everybody's taking it at their own pace too. Because like Van just caught up the other day. She watched the last like 5 or 6 of our episodes, and she was just like obsessed with wanting to talk to us about it. Shout out to Van.
Shouts.
Thanks for all the love and sharing and liking our stuff. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of great, so much to talk about. I mean,
Okay, well, I want to ask, what is your favorite memory from 2018? That year is wrapping up.
And then I want us to challenge each other after we say our favorite memory, and then I want us to challenge each other to what we should do in 2019.
oh, predicting the future. Okay, best memory, 2018. Oh, okay. This is where I'm going to do my little plug-in as well. I've been making beats for 2 years now. In November, it was about 2 years. And my best moments was selling my beats in 2018. Because in 2017, early 2017, I had posted my like a beat store, an original beat store, and I knew my beats were shit. Or looking back, they were shit. At the time, I was like, this is fucking dope. I make the best shit in the world. I was like convinced, nothing happened for a whole like 7-8 months, and I kept sharing and making ads, like investing money into ads on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and nothing, you know what I mean? I wouldn't get anything out of it. And I also have to pay $10 a month to use that. Sorry about that. Florida's calling me. I have to also pay a monthly. I'm subscribed basically to the beat store for them to host my beats and stuff. You know what I mean? So I wasn't making anything out of it. I was just investing, and I bought all the stuff, whatever. 2018, I've sold like 7 beats. So I'm like, dude, fuck yeah. I've actually already made what I've already put in. You know what I mean? As far as the subscription, you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, it's as soon as you feel like, I'm sure y'all felt it too with like the reactions of to the podcast, but like
it's that validation.
Yeah, that validation. That first, like, I don't know. I was already like, man, I'm always I'm on a constant like, should I be doing this? Like, what am I doing? And then this happens, and it's like, and then they tell me like, hey man, I really like your stuff, and I'm like, dude, it warms my fucking heart, and I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, like it makes me keep going. I'm like, dude, this is fucking fun. You know what I mean?
Same thing like when somebody's like, oh, I listen to your podcast, I was like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh really?
Yeah. Oh, thanks. That's cool. I play it off. I'm just like blowing up inside. So that's probably my best memory or moments in 2018, because another one just recently happened. So it inspired me now. Again, every time I get a purchase or just somebody's playing my stuff, it makes me want to create more, and I'm like, oh fuck, I need to get back in. So yeah.
So what's your beat store? Like, what's it called or what?
It's actually stayunknown.beatstars.com. You just look that up, or follow me on Instagram, Alex MTZ Zella, ALEX MTZ XELA, and I have links there, and I'm constantly posting like videos and like of my beats, and like I kind of fell off the YouTube game for a little bit, but as soon as I update my PC or get a PC, I'll be back on it. But that's basically
Can we expect a Zella cross Purple Villain, so you and Andy collaborating in 2019? Can we expect that?
Yes.
Can I just come on a track and just be in the background and be like, oh.
Fuck yes, you can, dude.
Do the whole like mumble rap thing.
I'm down. I have autotune for you too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mumble. I'm not gonna rap. I'm just gonna mumble.
I'm down as fuck. For real, I'm not even joking. Like I like just messing around and doing shit. But yes, Purple Villain times Zella, Purple Zella, or Zella Villain. I don't know how it's gonna go, but yes, we've talked a lot. I mean, we're constantly like bleep blorp how you said, we're just constantly massaging each other's backs, like dude, and he's just like dude.
Funny thing about your back, sir.
It's located on my. Yeah. He's a cool dude, so yeah, definitely. We're at some point we're definitely gonna collab.
Very cool. Well, my favorite memory was actually the pilot for this year. It's us doing the pilot of the podcast. I mean, I really enjoy doing this, and every week I'm like, okay, cool. Like, gotta keep doing this. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about this week, and just making each other laugh, and they'd be like, wait, save it for the podcast.
Yeah,
and like.
We don't even want to talk to each other at some point. Like,
yeah. And then even then, just like listening back to the edits, like before we put them out, it's just like, I'm not too sure about this one, and then listening to it and just being like, this is fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's our humor, so like we get it.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know. And again, like that validation of like people being like, hey, listen to your podcast. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Yeah. So yeah, no, I love it. I can't wait to come back in 2019. Hopefully, well, we're gonna brainstorm later, but hopefully we'll have a new look, a new feel, new different stuff coming in 2019. We need to revamp it or put things in a overdrive and
Definitely
and prep stuff and yeah. So
and hopefully, like starting the new year or even then, like if you guys out there have any suggestions or anything, you guys, like I said, I mean, we always want to interact with you guys because this shows. It's for us, and like we like it. We enjoy doing it no matter what. But I feel like it would be a better show all around if people like interacted with us.
Yeah, it was more engagement and like.
And maybe it's on us, like, you know, of course.
Yeah.
But like I'm always down to listen to suggestions or criticisms or anything like that.
the reason why we do it is because we do this at work. We have these conversations at work, and then everybody's like, "Dude, that's fucking funny." Like, y'all should record it. Y'all should have recorded that. Or that one time we went to Corpus to go get pizza, and we were just talking on the way. I'm like, fuck, we should have recorded that. Like, it was fucking fun. We were making each other laugh. Like,
speaking of, we need to go get some pizza again soon.
I'm totally down for that. But yeah, what are you happy about, Fernie?
Just my health. I'm just kidding. My family. I think that trip to Corpus was just like, I think we're like, it kind of solidified like our friendship in a way, just because I was like kind of like I'm a very reserved person, so like I don't like open up much, and like the trip over there it wasn't like anything like spectacular where I was like, oh my god, these are my best friends or anything.
Yeah,
it was just like, yeah, these fucking dudes are chill, and like anything that they do, I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So that was like one of
I also want to chime in and say like, yeah, I'm if I don't feel right around a person, I'll be an introvert as fuck.
Yeah.
But like with y'all, like it took a minute. I feel like for me and you, but like
yeah.
Now that's like that's another thing too. Like the podcasting, doing it and finally acting on it. Like yeah, that's another thing. Like it bonded this relationship with all of us, and I'm fucking grateful for it. It's fucking awesome.
It's a double-edged sword, but I think I bring out the worst in you.
I can attest to that.
Cool. So my challenge for you in 2019 is to lay off the fucks.
Oh, dude, yeah, and chill out.
I wanna,
because you literally described a fuck with a fuck. You're like, fucking fuck this, and like you just gotta
fuck.
Yeah.
All right. I will find my inner self and stop the fucks.
You use it as an adjective and a noun and verb.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, it's a universal word. Like,
yeah,
you know?
for me. Damn it.
Any challenges for each other?
2019. Like me challenging you? Okay. Don't be so soft.
Soft.
I don't know. I feel like I fuck. Oh my god, I mess around a lot, you know, and I try to pick at. But it's because it's like you're like my. It's like y'all are like my like I'm the younger sibling or whatever, and it's like with my brother, I'd always just fucking pick his buttons and just be like, hey, like that, and I feel like I'm doing that with y'all, and I don't mean to, you know what I mean. But then it escalates too much, and I'm just like, oh, I don't mean it to be taken seriously.
You and I, it's weird because like you and I have our time limit with each other.
Yeah.
Because like we work with each other practically like 4 hours a day, and so but if we exceed that, it's just like this motherfucker.
Yeah,
won't
definitely.
leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if we don't see each other, it's like, dude, what the fuck? Where you been?
Like, I fucking miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you.
I'm challenging myself to stop mumbling. I mumble a lot already. I'm just on the track though, but other than that, no more mumbling.
On the track, the most mumbling possible, please.
Cool, guys. Well, this was another episode of the Laugh and Death podcast. You can stay up with us over on youtube.com/laughanddeath And you can follow us on Instagram at Laughing Death Podcast. Just a reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that little bell so you can get notifications every time we post new content.
Definitely.
And also, if you're listening to us on iTunes, please leave us a review. It'll give us better exposure, and we can probably move up in Ecuador.
Oh, yeah.
Be in the,
We're coming for the number one spot in Ecuador.
Hell yeah, that number one spot.
So-
We'd have an all Spanish episode or an all Ecuador episode. Let's just make history of Ecuador. Look it up.
Yeah, the headlines used to be like the number one podcast in Ecuador.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
So thank you for the feedback. We really appreciate it. We hope you have a great, happy holiday, happy new year, and we will see you probably in the second week of January with some pretty good topics.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Awesome stories, probably.
and stuff we're looking
Probably make some
forward
good
to.
memories tonight.
Oh, yeah. So
Later today.
yeah, we're going to go get some bevs.
Oh,
at
yeah.
Coast. So, boys' night.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Laughing Death.
The laughing death. It's the laughing death.
We should make a
jingle?
Yeah, we should make a jingle.
A jingle.
Now coming at you, the number 398th podcast from Ecuador, the Laughing Dead Podcast. Laughing Dead.